Good evening, everybody, and welcome. Well, guess again, it is Sunday night, and you know what all that means. It is Sunday night racing, FRR Cup Series racing tonight. We are at Homestead down in Miami. I really wish I was really actually in Miami in those lovely beaches down in Miami, but they are racing in Miami tonight here at FRR Series, Cup Series. We are coming down to the wire with 3 races to go. That's right, just 3 races to go tonight. We are at Homestead, next week at Martinsville, and then the championship round at Phoenix, where the season will end there at Phoenix. And tonight we are at Homestead, and they're getting ready to go as they are getting ready to start up some qualifying. They should be getting qualifying going here pretty much any minute now. With me tonight is myself. My good old partners, B Nosy. He had a heck of a week this week, man. So he's taking the night. He got hungover again at work tonight. But he has given me his picks. I will relay his picks to you in just a short little while. And my other buddy, Nick 2019 champ, he has had a heck of a week himself. He's also off tonight. So I'm going to hang out here solo up in the booth tonight, which is cool. I wanted to I'm glad those guys have the night off, because that way we can have finish the season off great with the last 2 races. So those guys are going to have the night off. Want them to relax, kick back, open up a cold ones, and kick back and watch this race, because this is going to be one heck of a race tonight here at Homestead. As everybody knows, as most people know, a Homestead is one of the most favorite tracks of most of the drivers. It is such a fun track, a very, very racy track. I just had a race here myself just not too long ago in the FTR Pro-Am series, and had a very good race. Had a fun race, man. It was a good race. A lot of racing going on. And there's so many different grooves. There's that lower groove, there's that middle groove, and there's that really high groove. And what I'm really excited to see tonight is that really, really high groove kind of come into play, and see if those guys can come off that top groove, come off the corner, and get that momentum down down that straightaway, and really carry some speed. Because I'll tell you what, let's check in on the points. This is how tight the points are getting, as we've got 3 races left to go in the season, as they haven't begun qualifying just yet. So they're getting ready to qualifying. So let's take a look at some points here, because the points are, really, really tight. In first place, we have in the lead. This is as close as you can almost get it. Showtime Flash is in the lead right now with the points lead with 3,299 points. He's got literally a 10-point lead over second place Favre. Favre is in second, just 10 points separating Flash and Favre from that top spot in the playoff points. Third behind them is KB Showtime. And KB Showtime has had probably one of the quietest seasons, but one of the most consistent seasons of the all season long, just putting in finish after finish after finish. Last week at Vegas, he had a very good run at Vegas. He's put together just a heck of a season. We're going to talk about KB Showtime here in a little while. Fourth in points is going to be Typical, MFF Typical, and that's kind of like a hit or miss, because Typical has won so. Oops, sorry. Now we're back. We had a little bit of delay. My thing fell off. My controller fell off the whole thing, but that's okay. But as I was saying, it's the typical is in fourth place right now in the point standings, but it's almost kind of an anomaly because he has won so many races. You would think that he would be in first and or second or maybe even third, but he's had to miss some races here or there. Life, as we know, comes into play. Work, family. He had to miss some races there as we get some invitations now coming on through. Um, so let me go on over and let's check on in and see what's going on with these guys. As I'm getting, here we go. Now I got some, here we go. Okay, so now that all right, they got qualifying all finished up, and surprise, 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 look who is on the pole. And that is going to be no other than, drum roll please, Showtime Favre, the reigning defending champion of the FRR Cup Series. Favre running on the pole tonight. Second is going to be Field Filler. Field Filler running second tonight. Hold on one second. If I'm not mistaken. Yes, and so here we go. Showtime Favre is on the pole tonight. We got Field Filler sitting and is going to start in the second spot. And I might have to go back on a pick. I'm going to explain that here in just a little bit. I might have to go back on my pick a little bit as we go on into this. Let me make sure we are all good going on into this, as I think they should be going racing here. I believe they should be loading up here, and we're going to be going green here in any second. Let me see here. Yes, looks like we are going in, so we are going to join on in, and we are going to go racing at Homestead. They're not messing around, folks. They are definitely not messing around tonight. There are 3 races left, and let's get on up in here, and let's watch these guys battle it out here at Homestead. And let me my buddy B Nizzy already stopping at the bar. He's already at the bar. I told him to crack a couple open tonight, and he's already there doing it and cracking it open. B Nizzy, you enjoy it. Crack some open and watch some good racing as we are getting things kicked off. As Showtime Favre on the pole tonight. And he's going to be jumping out to an early lead as we are loading in here. There we go. Or actually, no. It is typical jumping out to the early lead. So let's introduce these drivers like we always do. The driver introduction. Showtime Favre in that number 4 car. Currently in third place. Won the pole but didn't get a good jump. And he's right there sitting in third place. Next up in the 5 car, that is Field Filler. Field Filler started second, also didn't get a good jump. He's right behind Favre right there in 4th place with Field Filler in that famed number 5 car. Typical in that 10 car. There's Typical where he usually is at this point in the race, out front in first in that number 10 car. Here's Typical driving in that number 10. KB Showtime. There's KB Showtime. We got some cars. And Pittman got way loose, coming off of turn 4. We're going to be talking about that here, and coming off of turn 4. KB Showtime in that 38. Shovelhead in the number 22. There's number Shovelhead in the number 22. I got something for Shovelhead tonight as well. I got a surprise on that for myself. As Shovelhead taking a look to the inside, took a peek to the inside, a typical there for just a second. Thought better of it as they go into turn 1. Showtime Flash in the 24, our points leader, our championship points leader, two-time champion here at FRR Cup Series. Showtime Flash driving that number 24 as he's riding there in that top 5. True Death in the number 3. There he's True Death. He's running right there. Looks like he's running in about 6th or 7th position. There's True Death having a great season, a great second half of the season. Did not have a good first half, but having a great second half to this season in that number 3 car. Next up, Rapid in the 44 as he got loose and had a little bit of trouble coming off of turn 4, but he's starting to catch back up to the field there in that 44 Grambling car. Mucka in the number 2. Mucka driving that number 2. He's on that outside lane. As you can see, he's going to try using that outside lane, just like I was saying, as you can get up here on this top lane and you can get some, look at the momentum that you can get going right down that straightaway off on that, using that top lane, as Mucka driving that number 2 as he's hanging back here towards the back right now. Next up, Mac in the 17. Mac having a good start tonight, getting a good start position in that number 17 Fastenal 4 right behind True Death. Looks like running about 8th position right now, running in the top 10. Hick Ross in the 18. I'm pulling for my boy Hick Ross. I'm hoping Hick Ross can pull out a win. Oh, Hick Ross sends it into the corner. Got into the back of 41 of King G there a little bit. Looks like he did that. Wasn't intentional. Looks like he just didn't let off on the brake zone. He wanted to get into it. No harm, no foul there, as he might have himself a good car. He's just trying to get to the front. And Hick Ross in that number 18 M&M's Toyota tonight. Pittman in the 11. Everybody knows Pittman. Everybody knows FedEx. Everybody knows Pittman is in that FedEx number 11 Toyota. Next up, Racer Rick in a 34. Racer Rick falling behind a little bit. Looks like he had a little bit of trouble. He got wicked loose coming off of turn 4 as he's trying to catch back up to the field here now. He's got plenty of time to do it as we are just now in stage 1. Plenty of time to do it. The race is just underway. Hick Ross in the number 34. King G in the 41. As I just said, King G, as he's trying to move up. These guys right behind Mac in the 17. But he's got company underneath in the form of Hick Ross. Oh, the little contact made. They bang a little doors, a little harm, no foul. And look here comes that 42 car. That's Scotty B in the 42. Scotty B in the 42 he split the uprights on that one. Went 3 wide as he goes up, and he's going to make the pass on Hick Ross in the 18. JCR Scotty B, he's not messing around tonight. He wants to get to the front, and he wants to get to the front right away as quick as possible, and he is on his way there. And that is our field for tonight as we get back up to the front, and Showtime Favre now back up to 3rd. And as I get into the picks tonight, my 2 co-hosts, surprise, my 2 co-hosts picked the same number 4 car. Both Nick, my buddy Nick, 2019 champ, and B Nizzy both picked Favre as their winner tonight. That's and so I obviously I don't even need to pick the number 4 car, because with me, as everybody knows, there's no commentator curse when Shady's in the booth. Because when Shady's in the booth, the commentator curse thing is way out the window. Many have proved that wrong over time. God knows how many people. Showtime Favre, Flash, I mean, the names go on and on and on and on, so that don't even matter. But Showtime Favre is a pick of my buddies Nick and B Nizzy, my co-partners up here in the booth that are taking the night off tonight. Field Filler in that 5 car right there behind him in that number 5. And then Typical, here's everybody's a Typical out in front as my buddy Nick. I don't know how you can call him a dark horse, but I guess if you pick Favre as your number 1, then Nick had no choice but to pick the number 10 car as his dark horse. So Nick's dark horse is the number 10, who is, as you see currently out front, running a very tight line, running it, and as he's leading the whole train. Now here's where coming my picks, as here's my dark horse right here, or actually, not my dark horse, but I see I'm conflicted, as we have a big battle now 2x2, as now KB Showtime making a move underneath of Field Filler in the 5, not able to make it underneath of him, tries to get underneath of him, not able to make it, as KB Showtime, I was split back and forth between Showtime, KB Showtime, and Showtime Flash. Flash I got to go with Flash the upper hand. Flash is a 2-time champion in FRR, and he just won a championship at this very track at Phantom just a couple of weeks ago. I got to go with that number 24 car of Flash. That's going to be my pick tonight. But my dark horse is this number 38 of KB Showtime, who is sitting very, very well in points, way up there as these guys are doing battle. As you can see, there's not a lot of racing going on. These guys are running mainly single file all the way around the track. Look at the number 22 tonight. The number 22 was Shovelhead, having a great run so far here in the early going, as he's holding on to second spot, trying to run down this number 10 car. As we got back here a little bit, we got some racing going on between KB Showtime and Field Filler again. KB Showtime trying to get that run underneath, and now we got a battle for the lead as Shovelhead takes it into turn 3, makes a little contact with Typical, no harm, no foul, and here comes Shovelhead. Shovelhead to the lead, put Shovelhead in the 22 to the point. Shovelhead in the 22 takes the lead from Typical, made a great move, had a little contact made. That's no harm, no foul. That's just a little bit of racing here on Homestead. Came off the corner, they touched just a little bit. That's okay, but you got to remember. I think that Typical just might remember that. So we'll see what happens later on in the race. But right now, Shovelhead to the lead. A Typical right behind him now. And looks like, I'm not sure if Typical is liking that dirty air. But looking back here, checking back here with Field Filler, KB Showtime, and Flash, they're going back. And now something, I don't know what happened there, as here comes as Shovelhead coming down into the pits, as pit stops now being made. Pit stops are being made. Shovelhead and Pittman already coming down pit road along with the 17 of Max. So pit stops already being made, as well as King G. So we're seeing some early strategy here already as we get back up to the front and see if these guys are going to end up pitting up here, as well as here comes Typical and Field Filler. They're going to make their pit stops as well, and that's going to put Showtime Favre to the point, with KB Showtime in second, Showtime Flash in third, as these guys still going to have to make their pit stops. So pit stops already being made, as they got and as pit stops are going to be made here quick with these guys. As you see, KB Showtime now. He's coming down. Looks like he's coming down pit road along with True Death. So these guys. Oh, and True Death looks like he got a little sideways coming down. Maybe he hit the barrier coming off of the coming on the pit road. Maybe got a little damage to that 3 car. But look at this. If I'm taking a look at something, I'm wondering if the 10 car of Typical may have gotten a penalty. The Typical, that just seemed to me, it looked like a long time on pit road for Typical. Makes me wonder, I think he may have gotten a penalty there on that pit road on that first green flag stop, as he is now out and away with, here comes a 22 of Shovelhead making the pass on him, as these guys now starting to kind of really getting spread out here. Far down pit road now. Here comes the 44 of Rapid. He's coming down, as now a Shovelhead and Typical nose to tail. And here comes Flash. Flash coming out of his pit box, and he's going to be right behind Favre in the number 4. So right now, as they're coming out of their pit stalls and back out onto the track, as right now it looks like right now as it stands, the 4 car of Favre came out of the pit stop, came out of pits in first place, but now he has dropped back to 6. As we follow Field Filler and True Death. And I believe True Death is on the point. Put True Death on the point now. True Death in the 3 car on the point in first place. So True Death, who actually got a little sideways going into the pits, maybe even made a little contact with that barrier wall, but even still came out in first place, as currently True Death in first, Field Filler in second, and there is JCR Scotty B in that 42, who has already worked his way up to 3rd position, with Favre in 4th position. As they're going around, True Death running that really low line as he moves up. Maybe looks like he got tight coming off of turn 4, but he's looks like he's trying to use that low line. As you see that there's 3 grooves here. They got that low, middle, and high groove, and we are 13 laps left to go in stage 1. So 13 to go in stage 1. So these guys probably should be able to go all the way to the remaining of stage 1, making just the 1 pit stop. As you see, JCR Scotty B also using that bottom lane. But look at Field Filler. Field Filler in that 5 car. Where's that 5 car? Field Filler. There's that 5 car, Field Filler. He was using that top lane and trying to get that momentum off of the corner. We're going to ride with Field Filler and see how he gets around, as he's currently in second. As he's now going to come down to the bottom, he's going to stay right into the track. And looks like True Death is really, really tight getting into 3 and 4. He goes down low into the corner, but then it starts to push up. It makes me wonder if that 3 car is running a little bit tight, as the 5 car really dives down low and that 3 car really starts to use. But here comes that 42 car, and that's Scotty B in the 42. Here comes Scotty B underneath of Field Filler, trying to make the pass for second, and he's going to be able to do it. And he makes a clean pass, and now he's going to set his sights on the number 3 car of True Death going into turn 1. And as you see, look at the line that the 42 is running. The 42 running that middle groove, as now here comes Field Filler. Field Filler took a quick look to the inside of that 42 car. Now, as these guys are racing, here comes the 5 car. Going to try to send it in again. He's going to send it in, try to get enough momentum, not able to make it. But if you look behind him, there's that number 4 car. There's Favre. And here we got a race, ladies and gentlemen. Now we got some racing going on as Field Filler now gets a great run, sends it underneath of Scotty B. And we are 2 by 2 right behind True Death as Showtime Flash now. Showtime Flash getting into the mix. He's staying to the bottom right behind a Field Filler. Favre in the meantime. Favre is going to stay high. Little contact made as these guys are really doing some battle. Showtime Favre now underneath the True Death. True Death is kind of stuck now on the top side as he can't get down to the bottom. And that's where he might want to be. And True Death, if he's running a little bit tight, I don't know if that's going to work out well for him. As you see Flash there in the 24 also running to the high side. And Field Filler right behind him as they are 2 by 2. Right behind the leader, Scotty B, as Showtime Favre now takes the lead, takes second over from True Death. Now, True Death is one of the most patient drivers. True Death isn't going to give him much of a fight. He wasn't going to give much of a fight at all. He's going to just go ahead and let him have it. We're only in stage 1, but here we go. We got a battle for the lead here as on our lap 33 of 39. So this next time by, we're only going to have 5 laps to go as Favre. Let's get this top limp blue. Let's get this view here. I love this view here as JCR Scotty B on the top side, Favre on the bottom side, as True Death on the top side, giving the 42 a push. If Field Filler can get up there, give that 4 push, might be able to give him some help because look at that 24. Look at that train of the 24, the 3, and the 42, able to push. But look at the horsepower of that 4 car underneath of the 42 of Scotty B, able to hold it, able to use the draft just a little bit of Field Filler as these guys are side by side around this racetrack for the past five laps or so. Finally, Showtime Favre clears him, makes the pass, but here comes the crossover from Scotty B. Scotty B on the crossover. Now Scotty B's going to be on the inside. How is this going to work out as they got 5 on the dice? 5 on the dice as they go 3 into turn 3 and turn 4. And Scotty B now takes the lead. And we're going to have the crossover again. This is going to go back and forth as Scotty B takes the lead. And we got 4 laps to go. And instead now, Showtime Favre, as he's now taking the lead over Scotty B as the 44 car lap traffic. He just respectfully, he says, I'm not going to bother with that. I'm not going to get involved with these leaders. I'm going to let these guys fight it out. And they are sure fighting it out with Favre, Scotty B, Field Filler, Flash, and Favre and True Death all together. 5 on the dice almost, it seems, as they are 2 by 2 as they go into turn 1 and 2 coming down the backstretch. Favre gets that run coming down the backstretch going into turn 3. JCR Scotty B on the inside. Is he going to have to be able to get that momentum? As you can see, you can get that momentum on the top side as they cross the line. And Showtime Favre really getting some good momentum with 2 laps to go in stage 1. As we are coming down to the end of stage 1, and if this has been a very exciting stage 1, contact made between the 42 and the 4 down the backstretch as they go into turn 3 as Favre has all the help on the top side as he's got Field Filler and Flash all on the top side. And Favre going to cross the stripe with 1 flag, white flag to go. 1 lap left in stage 1 as Favre gets a big push from Field Filler coming down the back straight as he's able to get that momentum. Not sure what happened to Flash. Flash may have gotten loose coming off a turn two, as it's going to be a drag race now, as FRR going to take stage one. And man, talk about an exciting stage one. FRR able to take it. Field filler in second. Man, these guys are going at it and going at it quick here in the beginning as FRR takes stage one. Field filler in second. Scotty B third. True Death fourth. And Showtime Flash grabs fifth, with Hickross in sixth, Pittman in seventh, Typical in eighth, Mucka in ninth, and KB Showtime in 10th. And speaking of that, and wait a minute, what's going on here? What's going on here? Did we have everybody back out? Nope, there we go. Now everybody was in the pits. That's what was going on. I have everybody in the pits, but FRR, and looks like we having a major issue here, as we having a big major issue as they are racing. But we have a technical difficulty as we have the entire field on pit road, but unfortunately, and this sucks because they're racing, folks. Everybody is racing, and just on my screen, that, see, as you can see, everybody is on the on pit road. And FRR is the only one out there, so I'm not sure how to handle this. Give me 1 second as we are going. I'm going to put it on FRR, and give me 1 second, folks, as we are having a major technical difficulty. I'll be right with you. Stand by as I put it on FRR. As you see, he's the only one out there. But I mean, on everybody's stream, they're all racing. But FRR right now is the only one on track for. So my screen is majorly messed up. So give me 1 second, folks. I'll be right back with you in just a second. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen, as there is something going on here. I'm going to see if I can get back into it with my other invites that I got. All right, let's see if this can work, as these guys are racing. Give me 1 second, folks. Alright, there we go. Now we're back, and I hope you all can hear me, as we are having some major technical difficulties. We are in stage 2, Stage 2, as we are back, far back into the lead. I don't know. I had some major technical difficulties on my end. I think, no, first thing first, I think my controller wasn't all the way plugged in. And then at the beginning of stage 2, everything, as you saw, went blank. As we are having some major issues, as some of these guys, as we are under caution, it looks like. And it looks like we are under caution with 26 laps to go. Let me see what's going on here. Give me 1 second, folks. Alright, yeah, we are under caution with 20. We are in stage 2 with 28 laps to go, so we are all good to go now. We got all the technical difficulties taken care of. Not sure what happened there, but after the stage 1, all the cars were on pit road, and the only car was on FRR, so I had to back out. Fortunately, I had enough invites where we were able to get back into it, and we can finish this race on up. And not sure exactly what happened to my mic. I'm using a new mic and a new headset because my old headset broke. So I think I had a little technical issue, but now I should be able to hear everything. So if you guys are out there, if you're not here, I didn't get any feedback. So I hope you all can hear me. But right now we are under caution. We are in stage 2. Under caution, Favre with the lead. Favre won stage 1. Right now, so coming into this caution, Field Filler in second, Scotty B is in third, as we are now under caution. And that was a crazy, crazy beginning with the technical difficulty was. I'm not exactly sure what happened. I'm not sure if the controller wasn't, my plug wasn't all the way plugged in or what, but then all of a sudden, so we're gonna have to. Let me try to go back here a little bit and let me check my replay. Let me check my replay real quick, as these guys are coming off of pit road and they're going to get going racing again. But let me I did have sound. I did have sound. Okay, so good. I did have sound in stage 1. Okay, so that's good. That almost scared the living dog out of me. That almost went the entire stage 1 without sound, but we did have sound. But it looks like we got all the technical difficulties squared away. Not exactly sure what in the world happened, as these guys now, I'm not sure what's going on, as we are having, see that now I'm having it again, as these guys are back on pit road, but we are having it looks like we are having some kind of issue here going on, and I think they have backed out. Yeah, they look like they have backed out, so we're going to go ahead and back out as well. And let me call True Death on up to, it was a bad lag. Okay, Billy, thanks for that. It was a bad lag, because I don't know what was going on up there. All of a sudden, at the end of stage 1, everybody was on the track but Favre. Give me 1 second. Let me see. I'm gonna try to get True to come on back up into the booth. Give me 1 second, y'all, and see if we can get this ironed out. I should be able to have them come back into the booth. And see what's going on. Bear with us, ladies and gentlemen, as we have some technical difficulties going on. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to redo the lobby. I'm going to All right, there we go. There we go. True?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You still broadcasting?
Yeah, we were
Okay.
broadcasting.
Okay.
We had some so it was a major technical issue after stage 2, right at the end
Stage
of
two.
stage 2.
At the end of stage one?
Oh
Or was
yeah,
it
at the
stage?
end of
Yeah.
stage 1, the entire field was on pit
Yeah.
road, and the only car that was
Yeah.
on the track was
We're saying that. Favre. Yeah.
yeah, was Favre, but you guys
The
were all racing.
the
Um,
it lagged really bad. I was in third place and Scotty B lagged into me and shot who the hell's calling me now? Chris shot me into the wall nose first, and there's just so much lagging on the track.
mhm.
Hold on 1 second, Chris. I'll call you right back, Chrissy. And so then we couldn't finish the race like that. With it cars all over the track and stuff, and instead of letting the lag debate the point system in the playoffs, yeah, that wouldn't work. That wouldn't be no fun.
Okay.
So the race is postponed until next Sunday.
Race is
We'll ju-
postponed till next Sunday. Okay,
yes,
okay.
sir.
That's
Yeah,
that's
just
probably a good decision because going on doing a full a full
yeah,
stage and
it'd
having
be
issues. That's a shame. Would it be possible maybe to do it tomorrow night?
well. See, we took that in consideration, but
Hmm.
everybody can't make it tomorrow night. Certain drivers can't make it tonight, so to make it all fair to all drivers, we're just going to do it next Sunday because we all know they can make it next Sunday. Everybody can. So
Okay.
and I had to worry about somebody not being able to make it.
Okay, because
So
we got our viewers watching, so they're listening now, so they'll know. And
okay,
we will post it on Facebook, and we will make announcements all throughout the week that next week this Homestead race will be raced next Sunday, and we will start it all over, man. And man, you look like you had a great car tonight, man. You were up there at the lead, man. Looked like you had a fast number 3 car tonight, dude.
yeah, I do. I do. Late run, I might have to tone it down on the Kimbers a little bit because late run it was getting just a tick loose. Where on and now of all places on exit, usually none of my cars get loose on exit, but for that one is so. But thank God we get another week, huh? Make some changes on it.
Oh, that's almost kind of
But
surprising because I was watching you there for a little while, and it almost looks like you were getting kind of tight in the middle of the corner, coming off of the corner, like you're almost kind of tight in the
yeah,
center of the corner over a little bit.
let's see how I'm driving this car since it's loose than most of my cars. I drive it in deeper, so yeah, it does look like I'm tighter because I'm driving in a lot deeper than I normally do, and
Okay.
which is picking me up faster times too though. But So therefore, when I get back on the throttle, mainly it's my gear, also my race gear, and tone the left one of the cambers down, and it'll fix that though. But mainly it's the gear really though, because I'm running really. It's a screamer. It's a really good screamer. I'm almost pushing like 8,900 RPMs at the end of the straightaway going in the corner. So yeah, it's a screamer, and that's got a lot to do with it. So.
All right, boss man.
But
Well, I'm not gonna hold you too long. I know that you got your plate full, and you got a lot to take care of tonight to deal with this. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. Thank you for
Okay.
joining me tonight,
No problem.
and jumping up here and letting us know, letting all of the fans know what was going on. And we will see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel, and same bat place. How about that?
Yes, sir. Sounds like a winner to me. I just said
All
that a few
right,
minutes
my friend.
ago.
You have a great night. We'll see you
You
next
too,
week.
man. All right, man. Later.
And for all you guys watching, thank you guys all for tuning in tonight. We are sorry that we're having some technical issues and we're having some lag issues. That definitely sucks. But you got a glimpse of what's going to happen next week, and it's going to be good. It's going to be bad. And we saw those 5 guys racing for I don't know 8, 9, 10 laps right there at the end of stage one and going to a shootout in stage one. So, talk about that's going to be a preview for next week. We'll be back around here. We'll be back here, same time, same channel, same place. We'll be here at Homestead next week to start it all over again, and we're going to race it from scratch. We're not going to pick it up at stage two. We're going to start it back at lap number one, stage number one. But want to thank you all for joining us. And we're like as always, we're nothing without you guys joining us. And every Sunday night, you got racing every Sunday night starting at 6 o'clock. You got the FTR Pro Series at 6 p.m. Those guys had a heck of a race at Martinsville. Davey Allison put in a hell of a win tonight. That was an awesome race to watch. I always watch those guys at 6 p.m. and then I jump up in here into the booth and do this FRR Cup Series every Sunday night at 9 o'clock. Usually I get this thing kicked off about 8:45. I gave my guys the night off tonight. They're not going to have the night off next week. I'm going to bring them both into the booth because they're not going to want to miss this race. But thank you guys for joining us tonight. Have a great evening. We will see you all next week. Enjoy the week. You have a wonderful night. Thank you all very much. We will see you next week.